guys, what is up? It is your girl Leomie Anderson here with the baddest in the music game, Miss Banks.
Hey, boo.
Hello.
I love the intro.
Of course, I had to bring you in big because I chose women who inspired me, people who are bold, confident, and who are going to drop a couple of gems on the viewers out here.
Period.
So I had to call your phone.
Thank you.
So tell me, how have you been during this time? Because I know things have been so crazy.
Yeah, it was really manic for me at first. I'm only now finally adjusting after being in lockdown for almost a year. I'm kind of finding myself now and I'm in a much better space. Like my mind feels clear, I'm optimistic, and I have really big hopes for 2021. I feel like if it's gonna be anything like 2020, at least now I'm aware. I know that, okay, it could possibly go this way. We may be in lockdown for a few more months or towards the winter, hopefully not, but I'm prepared, you know? So I'm much better. I've finally found my bearings, yeah.
How did you, what did you actually do that made you start to feel like, okay, I can deal with this? Because in the beginning, I feel like I didn't even know what I was doing. I was trying to do my little home workouts. I was still moving house and all this sort of stuff. You know, I was all over the place. So how did you find your routine and find your bearings?
I think really being real with myself. Like in my mind, at first I felt like, oh, I'm not stressed, everything's cool. But my body was saying otherwise. Like I was breaking out, my skin was changing. I was like, I'm not getting enough oxygen. I'm indoors 24/7. Like, I feel like I just want to pull out my hair, but I think I just started really focusing on being at peace, whether that was like meditating or speaking to someone. I actually started therapy in lockdown, and it's the best thing I could have ever done, to just speak to someone, because I'm always on the go, and all of a sudden my life's been put at a complete stop and I'm just at home alone with my thoughts and thinking, oh my God, like there's so much that's gone and I haven't even had time to really reflect. So I think meditating, getting a counsellor, speaking to someone, that really helped me. And I think just planning ahead. Now I know, like, okay, cool, it's been a bit hard to shoot, but if I shoot at this location with this amount of people, I can make it work. So at least I can put out music. Whereas last year, I didn't put out my first single till August. That's not something I would ever usually do, but because of like COVID restrictions, I couldn't get a video shoot done for the longest. It was terrible.
Yeah, see, COVID restrictions had people like feeling like they couldn't move. They felt so isolated. And as you said, you told me you live by yourself as well. So you said that you started therapy during lockdown. Yeah. What made you make that decision? Because I feel within the Black community especially, it's still quite taboo, but I know that so many people have it, and that's something that I really want to do as well. So how did you take the steps basically to find a therapist? And just how did you get into that? Because I want to know for myself.
What had happened was I had an issue, funny enough, with a family member, and it was really triggering. It triggered a lot of feelings that I just didn't know that I had. So for long, I felt like I was okay. And then when I had this altercation, it made me really upset. And I wanted to speak to like my mom and other people, but not like I'm burdening them because I know they're there for me, but I just felt like it felt really heavy and it felt like it was deeper than just the issue that had happened. So luckily I'm still in contact with my mentor from school. She really loves me and I love her. Big up, Tanya. So I asked her, I want to find a counsellor and it'd be good to get someone from my background because they'll understand me more. Growing up just like as an African child or even from the Caribbean, it's different. So she found me one, she had someone that she knew, and then that's how I got in contact with her. And it was really good. And it's like, I done about probably 10 sessions, but it was good to have that conversation. At least I know she's there. So when I need to speak to someone again, I can go back to her. And it wasn't all rosy. Sometimes she annoyed me. Like, they don't really tell you that about therapy, that sometimes your therapist can actually get on your nerves, but she told me what I needed to hear, So that's how I got into it,
Fair. So you mentioned, big up Tanya, that she is your female mentor.
Yes.
How important is it to have a female to be able to speak to and guide you? And what is your advice to young women out there who are looking for a mentor, especially within your industry?
I would say it's very important to have someone, because Tanya is more like a life mentor in general. She's not in the music industry, but she's someone that I've grew with and she knows me. And one thing I love about her is that she showed me good qualities in myself at a young age that I didn't see. And she allowed me to be honest without like being scared of judgment. She's always just had my back. So I think it's very important to have a mentor, and any girl in my industry that's on the come up and you need someone to talk to, DM me, like message me. I'm more than willing to give free advice, you know. And if not me, someone else maybe that you have a connection to, or anyone that you look up to and think is doing great things, just try. Like the worst that could happen if you DM someone is that you don't get a reply. But at least try, you know. And I hold myself to my word. I'll definitely give you advice, so shout me.
I realized that a lot of women, they get into the music industry and they tell me, or they experience being controlled or told how to represent themselves and present themselves. But I feel like you've always been authentically you. Yeah. Can you tell me some of the obstacles that you faced with people basically trying to tell you who you should be or trying to shape you into the industry, and how you've managed to stay so true to yourself? It's
been a weird one for me because I haven't had so much so people tell me that I should be a certain way, but like snide remarks, or just people not really believing in your vision, or feeling like, especially as a rapper, I'm gonna get a better reception doing something beside a man, when I could just probably still get a reception by myself, but you may believe, oh, I'm gonna need a feature or need a guy beside me to have an impact. Those things kind of bothered me on my come up, because I feel like you're discrediting my work. As a female, I'm as good as my male counterparts.
Better. Sorry.
In a lot
Let's be real here.
In a lot of circumstances, but yeah, that as well. And also, as another thing, I guess, probably being a female rapper, there is a stigma that I guess you have to have like a banging body and have the biggest bum and biggest breast and flat stomach and dress a certain way, or like people feel, because you're maybe a black girl, you have to have colourful hair to stand out. Like, there is certain standards that people don't say, but it's like they expect you to fit in these boxes. And obviously there are things I like. I do like vibrant colours. I do like nice wigs. I do like, you know, looking good and being in shape, but I don't want to be held to that. Like, I have to do that to pop, or I have to have my body done to get attention. Like, I could still look good naturally. Thank God we have people like, you know, Megan Thee Stallion in my industry now. But even her, she's got a banging body. Natural or not, but yeah, I do feel there's certain standards people try to hold you to, and as much as I do want to look good and do certain things, I think it's important to stay true to me and not force it. I don't judge anyone that's had surgery, but for me it's like, why do I have to go under the knife to sell more or have more of a pill? I don't know, it's all weird to me. I really do try to stay in my lane.
I think that one of the reasons why I find you so inspiring in the industry is just because of that as well, because you've always stayed true to yourself and authentic in everything that you do. From your look, from how you present yourself, from your lyrics, everything is so authentically you. And I feel like a lot of young girls really do need that. I want to talk a little bit about your relationship with social media, because we were talking about it earlier, and I think that you're so good on there. I feel like you get a balance of showing your personality, getting your work out there, fly fits, all of that. But like, just talk to me about like just how your journey with social media has been, because I know for a fact that sometimes it can be such a positive place and other times it can be negative. So what is your personal experience with social media, and how did you become queen of socials? Because I think you're really up there, honestly.
Thank you. It's been a crazy one, because at first I actually didn't have no interest in social media. I only came onto Instagram when I had music. Like, I already was putting out music by the time I came on Instagram. My auntie made my Twitter for me. Yeah, like even with Insta, my friend actually forced me to get like an account. She pushed me to do it. And it's never really interested me, but I've always had a love for like fashion and like just art in general. So I don't find it hard to take pictures of my fits. I want people to see like what I want it, like check out my drip, look at this, whatever. But I feel like, you know, when I started realising that Miss Banks as an artist is a brand, it really gave me the drive, and I just found different ways to really put myself out there. And I actually take social media very seriously, because a lot of people want to doubt influencers nowadays, but it actually makes you money.
It does.
And and I've worked with a lot of different brands and just people that get it. So I don't know, now I actually enjoy it. It's a part of my work. And I'm constantly on the phone. And I'm constantly, if it's not emails and admin, it's Instagram and posting. But yeah, I enjoy it. I don't know how I've become good at it, even though you
are good.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I just try to be consistent. I think it's important to build up your following and let your fans know what you're up to. And I feel like maybe the negative is just having people constantly comment on you and your personality or what you do. I've been trolled. Oh, I've been trolled.
Really?
Yeah, I've been trolled.
Talk to me about that, because I didn't think that I always see so much positivity about you. And obviously maybe it's because that everyone who's around me, whether it's Bree, my friends, whatever, we all love you. So I don't see any negative comments about you. But talk to me about what it was like to be trolled, and how did you combat that, and how did it make you feel as well?
So obviously I've been in the industry for a long time. When I first came out, I was really slim, and then there was a time when I put on weight. And I was telling you earlier, I've been through like a whole health journey. So I've done a lot of stuff like, but one time I started getting real thick, yeah. And a lot of people made it a thing to point it out to me, like I couldn't see. And that was really hard for me because I never experienced it. I've been slim all my life, and now I'm getting a bit of thighs, little hip, little fupa. People constantly want to tell me and make it seem like it's a problem. And I found that really weird. One time after I'd done a tour with Nicki and that whole big cosign, I went on a talk show and they asked me something about Cardi, and I said something, but it didn't come off the right way, because I actually really do love Cardi B. I think she's dope. And yeah, Body Gang was trolling me for a couple of weeks too. That was another crazy one. But one thing I've realised, and I think that even probably bothered me more than the weight thing, because I would rather be trolled for who I really am and for people to love me for who I really am than to hate me for what I'm not. And I feel like when I said what I said, I didn't word it right, and it came across like I didn't like Cardi when I actually do. But I would rather be hated for who I am than, If I came out and said, I don't know, I love pink hair and people don't like pink hair, I'm fine with them not liking me for that. But yeah, I would just rather be the real me. But it's hard sometimes. It is hard, social media. It has another dark side to it. But I think the best way is to just be yourself, really. Because then at least then you know that, I'm being authentic to me. So either like me or don't.
Facts. And I feel like as well that so many young people need to follow individuals like you as well, because there's a lot of fakeness and a lot of performative people on social media. As you know, we've all seen it, and I think that following people who are really genuine really helps as well. So my advice to any young girls who are watching this is, if you're following anybody who makes you feel like you need to change yourself, you need to unfollow, unless they're inspiring you to be a better version of yourself or to try something new or step out of your comfort zone. Those things are fine, but you shouldn't be following people who make you feel negative. Just a little note there to all you people.
That's true.
So, walk me through your look today, obviously. How does it make you feel? What's the situation?
I feel snatched, and this ain't the snatch game, but I feel snatched, okay? I love the material, very nice and luxurious and stretchy and holds you in the right places. Do you hear that? The contouring qualities. Baby, it's the cleavage for me. So, even though it's all right. But yeah, I feel really nice. It's a really nice material. Very snug.
Thank you very much, girl.
You're welcome.
And tell me, what do you do that makes you just feel like you're on top of the world? Because I see you got your nails done, your lashes are fluttering, the hair is sitting. So tell me, what's the one thing, your self-care? What is your self-care routine? So I love a good facial now. But yeah, I'm in my little process. Anyway, y'all gonna see me soon, silky smooth, that's on purr. But it's funny, because even now, I've been going through it. People still tell me I've got good skin, but I'm telling you, lockdown really did change, me physically. I think it changed everybody. Yeah. Everybody. Obviously, it's not like a physical treatment, but like I said, I love meditating. How did you get into meditating as well? Because I feel like that's something that everybody sees it around and knows that it's good for them. But how do you actually get into it? Because everyone has their own different journeys of getting into meditation. Yeah, I'm gonna promo this. It's an app I use. Y'all gotta pay me, not you. But I started using an app called Headspace. That helped me first. Oh yeah, and they have a Netflix series now. Actually, I haven't watched it, but I want to watch it. Okay. And now there's another book I need to actually finish reading, but it's The Power of Now. Oh yes, The Power of Now, and that teaches you about meditation as well. So that's what kind of got me into it. When I learned about positive thinking and law of attraction, I had a lot of problems still controlling my thoughts, and it felt very combative, so I just wanted to learn how to quiet my mind. And that's what made me look into Headspace and start reading about the power of now. And yeah, it's really important, it really, really helps. Even a little 5-10 minutes a day, whatever's gonna bring me peace, I'm with it all, honestly, especially with this panoramic. I need something. Something to just boost your spirits. See, I definitely need to really get into meditation, because I personally find that when I go to bed, I'll be like, oh, let's just have a little 15 minutes of thoughts of the day. And then that 15 minutes is like an hour of me just being inside of my own head.
Oh, you're an Aquarius, aren't you?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yes.
I know, yeah. You lot are deep thinkers though as well.
But I never used to be like that. Before the lockdown, the way I used to be able to sleep, it was mad.
Yeah.
I would just be like, oh. But yeah, I feel like everybody's mind's racing. So it's really good that you've mentioned meditation. And I'm going to get into the book of The Power of Now.
For sure.
I know that obviously you said that last year you didn't get to film your music video until August.
Yeah.
So I want to know, what did you do during the time before that, and how did you manage to express yourself? Because studios were closed. Like, what was your process of making music, and, you know, how did you get by and be able to express yourself during that time?
Luckily for me, I could still go to the studio.
Yeah.
Funny enough, let me tell you the worst thing about the situation. You know, I bought all my studio equipment. I bought everything I need to set up a studio at home. And this bitch didn't set it up. I didn't do it, but I'm going to do it hopefully soon. But I just stayed recording, I just stayed recording. I stayed writing. That really helped me, writing freestyles. And my catalogue's really long now because I just stayed writing. And I do all my treatments and stuff on my videos. So I was just planning a lot of that ahead, really. Yeah.
That's good. Kept yourself busy.
Yeah. Only thing is I couldn't execute it how I wanted it. Like, if we wasn't, like, say for instance, when I done Novikov, I would have shot in the actual restaurant, but we couldn't go to the restaurant. So.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But it's fine, yeah. We just have to, like, I had a few ideas, but I just kind of had to makeshift. But I just kept writing. And for me, that's the way I stay creative. Like, I've learned, I don't believe in writer's block. I believe you write, and sometimes it'll be great, and sometimes it won't be as great as the other one. But I always try to push that boundary and just push my pen. That's the way I practice getting my writing skills up. So I just might put on a little freebie on YouTube and just write. So hopefully that can help if anyone's like struggling creatively.
That's a good one. That's really good. And I feel like just in any creative industry, when you're putting something out there for people, you also have to always remember that it's something that you were doing for yourself before that. Yeah. And so just always try and stick to that and keep that foundation.
Yeah, girl, that you are preaching, because, yeah, it's deep. When I first started music, it was all about just me and my expression. I was just saying what was on my mind, and it was very therapeutic to say how I feel. And then I realised, oh, people are really listening to me. They're looking up to me. Like, I'm slightly becoming a bit of a role model in a sense. But not even that. I'm affecting people, you know. People are saying, oh, I heard your story. It made me feel this way. It made me feel that way. So just learn, like, okay, I need to master this. And I want to spread good vibes. So how can I do that and still stay true to me? But I found my way.
You definitely did, girl.
Thank you, baby.
And do you ever feel pressure having so many people looking up to you?
Yes. I feel a lot.
Talk about it.
I feel a lot of pressure. And sometimes I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I don't know if I'm as confident as I thought I am. Like, I feel like
that sometimes.
I'm like, because in my growing up and like even before I do music, I remember like, yeah, I'm going to come in the rap game. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to be number one. Like, and obviously it's a journey. You think, wow, this is actually a lot of work. But like, there's still that girl inside me that feels like, yeah, I'm that chick. Like, I don't have nothing to worry about. But in the same breath, when you have a lot of eyes on you, you start feeling different because, yeah, so much people like are making judgment of you and your work. And also as well, just, I feel another pressure being a black girl. I feel like, you know, they expect you to be perfect.
You can't step 1 foot wrong.
Yeah, like if you're too loud, you're too hood, you're too ratchet, or you're too aggressive, or your nails are too long, or why you got bright hair, why are you wearing a lace front, why are you doing, it's like,
too many things.
Girl, I just want to be me. This is the culture. Like, I just want to live my life. A lot of the time, not really too upfront to my face, but people have made me feel like, obviously, it's going to be harder being a black girl. You may not have that international appeal, or you might not get that commercial success straight away. But honestly, I hope that I set pace for my younger black girls. And seeing me from South London know that, boom, Miss Banks done it, so I can do it. Because there's people I can look up to, but right now I feel like, yeah, they're ready for a new wave. And even if I haven't seen it be done before, I still believe I can do it. So I'm just going for it.
You're honestly so inspiring. Obviously, South London sisters, bring it in, you know. And is there any new artists who are coming up that you want to like shout out, or we should be looking out for? Or who are you listening to right now that makes you feel like, music in the UK or just music in general is like popping, like, you know, got a little vibe going on?
Well, obviously, I love Bree, but
Shout
you
out to
already
Bree.
know Bree Rummy. That's my boo. She's killing it. I really think she's dope. But I don't know if she's from South, but there's another young girl coming up, Tizando. She's cold. Really love Trillery. Love what Brenya's doing. Yeah, I think they're cold. There's a lot of new like female rappers that are hard.
Okay, so I need to add those artists to my playlist. Obviously,
Period.
Bree's been on there.
Been on
there since before
Been
she was
on.
even on playlists. So there's that. What are some of the most important messages that you want to convey with your music?
I feel like empowerment is one really important for me. Like when I was coming up, when I was growing up, I used to listen to a lot of Nicki, and there was times, like when I was 16 probably, there was times when I felt like I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to get things done. I didn't want to go to college. But when I listened to her, I had the strength. I felt like the baddest bee. I was ready to step out and slay anything in my way. And that's how I want girls to feel when they listen to me. I want them to feel empowered. Like, yeah, I can do this. Like, I can go for what I want. I'm a snack. I'm a bad bee.
Yes.
I might take you another coffee if you treat me good. It is what it is. I look nice, but you don't know who you effing with. And that's just the always constant message. Like, I'm that girl. I want girls to feel like they are that girl because you are. And we all deserve to have a lit life and enjoy it. So, yeah, that's my one main message for sure.
And I think that you convey it very well because
Thank
when
you.
I listen to your music, the way I'll be swinging my plate, I'll be like, yeah.
Period. Yeah, man. Just that little boost, you know. That's what I love about rap, like the boastness of it. Like, I'm not going to go around all day saying this, that, but at least I can say it in my tune.
Yeah.
And at least I know another girl can listen to it and she may feel inspired to do, you know, something great. So.
I love that. I love that. So I know that you love your fashion. You love showing your fit.
Yes.
So how would you describe your style?
It just goes with my mood, really. Some days I'm vibrant. Some days I'm like, you know, sleek, chic, dark.
Sleek, chic.
Yeah, and I've gone through some moments in my life, like when I was younger, I was going through like a grunge phase. I had like my septum pierced. I was wearing creepers,
Really?
bowler hat, girl,
Bowler
leather
hat.
jackets.
Hold on.
TBT. Yeah, like,
I need to see these pictures.
girl, I will show you.
I actually had a bowler hat too from H&M and it was green.
Oh, listen. I go through phases, like, and then sometimes I love the vibrant, but like, yeah, I don't know, man. It just goes with my mood. I'm very like versatile.
That is very true. Who are some of the women that have inspired you? Because obviously you've mentioned Nicki Minaj, but is there anybody outside of the music industry who really like inspired you and made you feel empowered?
Well, my mum. My mum's a very strong woman and she's always had my back. She's the #1 diva in my life.
Yeah.
So big up, mummy. Yeah, and I feel like there's other women that I looked up to, probably like Maya Angelou, Mallory Blackman, Soldier's sister. She wrote the book, The Coldest Winter Ever.
I remember the book. Yeah.
And she actually did music apparently, but I didn't know. But that's what inspired my mixtape as well, The Coldest Winter Ever. Yeah, so I really like her and a lot of other women. Yeah, they were amazing.
Oh, see, I want to meet your mum now because I can imagine that she has made you as confident and...
My mum is like, fight the power. She's like, she knows all Black history, very like holistic, hotep. Yeah, my mum's cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny because I feel like my mum and your mum probably get on because my mum is very much like that as well.
My mum is like, you a queen. You know how much your melanin is, girl?
That's so nice.
Yeah.
So do you have a message specifically for young Black girls who are watching this?
I would just say, believe in yourself, have confidence, don't follow the crowd, do what's in your heart because more time that's what's right for you. And don't be afraid to like seek advice when you're not sure. But I wish I told my younger self to like stay true to me and listen to the voice inside of me and have the confidence because I think I would have got along much quicker than I have now, even though I'm happy with where I'm at and I know life's a journey and I'm grateful, but it would have saved me a lot of heartache. I went through like following crowds and not being sure of myself and what I'm about. Music's always been in my heart, you know, and I always knew I wanted to do it, but sometimes I got led astray because I just didn't have the right people around me and I wasn't confident in me and just me listening to myself. But I think it's important to know you and make decisions for you. And then also having good people around you for when you're not sure. But yeah, just to be confident and really listen to that voice inside and set your own path. You don't have to follow everyone else and do things how they've been done before. You could create something new.
And what can we expect in 2021 from Miss Bags?
More hits, more looks. I got them shook. That's on period. Like, just more music and just me being, just me being me. It's so crazy. Like, I can't believe it's taken me so long to grow into who I am now. Like, I thought I found myself a long time ago, but I realized on this journey, you find yourself year after year, month after month.
Exactly.
Constantly evolving, la-di-da. So, yeah, just more of me and just more music.
Well, I can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for coming on the LAPP X Flannels interview series. Yes, it's the X for me. No, but thank you so much. And honestly, you're just such a vibe and you're such a big inspiration. And I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you, girl. It's lit.
Bring the nails in.